Okay. So this is the third Zoom meeting, but what I'm going to do, because there are people that are going to be watching the replay on this and they may have missed other ones, and like Sophia, I'm not sure if you got a chance to watch everything.
Yeah,
I'm not going to go. Oh, bless you. I'm just, well done. I'm just going to start with the vision. I'm not going to go through all of the details, but this is the vision. We have boobs outside Facebook. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. There's 11. And before, when we did it, we could have got arrested, but by doing it this way, they can't stop you standing somewhere wearing clothes. So this is the plan. And for anybody who's watching, I can't tell you how many times people think these are made of foam. They're actually inflatable. So if you need to go to the toilet or if you need to sit down, just switch your fan off, they'll go down and you can relax. So we want a beautiful opera choir, an opera or a choir. We're going to talk about the singing thing in a minute. We want sign language. This is art, but we've already figured that one out. So that's good. And it's super easy. Andrea figured that out. We are going to move around London, but I need to share something with you on where we're going to move around because I found something out over the last few days. So I'm going to see what you guys feel about this. We've really got to figure out filming and drones. And I know I'm going to talk about that. And then we are only doing London and New York. I'm calling it. I can't, well, can't is a word that you shouldn't use. I feel that London and New York is enough. I would rather, and anybody, you can pipe in and comment, this is an open room, but I feel that we were better focusing down on 2 big cities rather than trying to do LA, Australia, You know, we can always do it another time. I don't want it to be watered down too much. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Perfect. Makes it easier. It takes a little bit of the indigestion away from me. And then obviously we keep it plain, we keep it simple. If we're wearing a boob, then we have skin color legs or white skinny jeans, or apart from you, Sophia, you're allowed to do what you like, my love.
I can have any colour legs you want, Vic. Whatever you want, I will get them. And however many you want.
Can I share your story?
Yes, of course.
So I trained Sophia, but she was already an incredible artist before. But Sophia had meningitis, and not only is she an incredible artist with, you know, it took some of your fingers and everything, but is it both legs?
Yeah.
So Sophia has both legs gone. So the silver lining of her being an absolute legend and winning awards is you're going to stand out so cool in a baby boob.
I'll try to. That's if I can stand up in the thing, but...
Well, you'll be fine. I'll help you. You'll be fine.
Together. We're all there together.
That's it.
Stick me on roller skates. It might be even better.
So for people that haven't seen the T-shirts before, now I've spoken to the people today and I'm trying to get some more made, but I'm trying to get them to take the shininess of them off as well. But I have got some of these made already. So there's our T-shirts. They're really good quality, by the way. And I just have to say, I am, hold on, let me get to a better picture. I would say a 12 or 14 at the top half. I'm actually an F cup. I'm quite big, and that's a small. So don't think, oh God, I need a large, because I actually think they're massive. So I would never pick a small T-shirt for me, but that's a small. So just to give you a heads up. Okay. Anyone else who's replay. Obviously we have this boob, and and then we have this boob. So this is what we're gonna. Shauna's in. So that's, hi Shauna. So that's the vision. What I wanted to talk about today is what's happened with my social media contacts so far, because you guys may have remembered I've been talking to someone within Facebook, and that's why we're like, is this going to turn into a celebration, or is this going to turn into still a protest? I need to talk to you about ordering stock. Everyone's asked me, I know you have, Sophia, Shauna has as well. How can we order the T-shirts? How can we order the boobs? I'm going to show you how. Yeah, in the shop. I'm going to talk about my idea about a world map, the changing room where we get changed. I think I've figured that out. The songs is something that I wanted to talk to you about, and definitely Fiona. I mean, we've spoken a little bit already, but I need to move forward on this. Oh, sorry, people are coming in. Now, I want to talk to you about an Instagram hashtag and a PR promotion company that I've got going. I want to talk to you about, and this is why I want Lisa to comment as well. You know, we need to kind of talk a little bit about when we can talk and when we can go to the media and what we're going to say, and then filming, camera and drones. So for anybody who's just came into the room, this is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to go through each bit. So, you know, I've been talking to, well, you may know, you may not know, I've got a contact now within Instagram and Facebook who are trying to make change. So about a week ago, it was looking really promising, like they were going to do something, and now it's gone a little bit quiet. So potentially they're super busy and maybe they've got more going on in their world than our protest. But I've chased them up today. So I still don't know if we're getting lip service or whether they're actually trying to do something. You know, it's funny how you look at situations through your own filter system in your mind. So I'm trying to think, do you know what? I think they're going to do it, but they're really, really busy. My other side of the brain says, do not take your foot off the pedal. Let's just keep going just in case we are getting lip service. So there is no massive update on the social media contact. I am aware that somebody's got blocked and they were supposed to be watching the account. So I'm trying to figure it out, and I've done a big email to them today. So I will keep you updated on that, and I will put it in the WhatsApp group. Now, anybody who's watching this on replay, if you're not in the WhatsApp group, then send me a message or email me, or, you know, just get hold of me or anybody that you know that's in the group, and we can add you. So not much to say on that. Okay, this is where you now can order the stock. Now, I'm saying time is running out. I've got hold of my Chinese contacts that make the boobs. The T-shirts are made in the UK, that's not a problem. But these boobs are made in China. Now, they've told me they need 30 working days to get some more to me. So I am actually in talks. I'm trying to get brown ones of these, and they've told me they can get brown ones of these as well. So I'm chatting with them today. I have only 20 of these. I have one of these, and I can get a limit, you know, just as long as you're not in a desperate hurry, I can get these on back order quite quickly. My main concern is these, because that's going to take the longest. So I've only got 20. So now is the time to put your order in, and the best place to find it, I have a shop on my website, but I've also added a button on this page. So, you know, the Vicky Martin method / stand up to Facebook. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see this. And then if you click that button there, that will take you to the shop on my website where you can order them. I've tried to be I am not making any money out of these. If anything, I've priced them lower than what I've spent on them, but I would just be grateful to get some money back because I've spent an absolute fortune on it. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't care about money, to be fair. Basically, the costs are there. I've kept them as low as I can physically get them. So have a little look. please place your orders quickly, even if you don't, even if you, well, no, I was just going to say, don't want to give me the money yet. I would still put your name down for one, because I need to really place another order in maximum a week, because they tell you it will take 30 working days, but my fear would be we leave it too late and then we've got all of this organised, but we got no blimmin' boobs. So I pre-worry a lot about people not saying what they say they're going to say. So I like to give myself ample room. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
So I was talking to Pamela Blend today, and they really want the ones with the heads out, but they want them in brown. They want them in white and they want them in brown. They don't want the brown big one. So I can, because the brown big one's the most expensive. So I'm trying to get brown ones like this as well. So I will keep you updated in the Facebook group. I'm chatting to them. Normally they're really quick to get back to me. So all I've got to do is give them the design, give them the money, and we should be good to go. Okay. I explained the cost. The costs are, that's the price I get. That's not even the price I get them for. So my next plan, and I've loosely talked about this in the group, but I was thinking, what are the PR company going to say? Well, what's the point in doing this? You're never going to change Facebook. And then a little part of me thinks, well, what if nothing does change? We just protest again, and what, we get nowhere. So I had a little epiphany, and I've set a ball in motion. I want to create a place where there's a world map where when you hover over England, you'll see artists that are part of the protest or part of the campaign, or artists that are prepared to give away a little bit of work. So this is the way I see it. Anybody who's part of the campaign is going to be on this world map. So then if somebody wants to, like, say the media shows our big protest and they'll go, oh, but was there anybody from Australia? Well, they'll be able to scan down and we'll be able to click on it and see that someone from Australia supported the protest. And it's going to be one place where all the campaigners that campaign this cause will be on this map. But there's one thing that I think will be really good to go to the media with, but it'll also be really good, and from the kindness of a heart, that whoever is on this map, sorry, I've got to let someone in, whoever is on this map would be prepared to give away one treatment every 8 weeks. So we probably give our treatments away anyway, but I think it's really nice then, because, all right, we might not be able to change social media, but at least we can make so much noise that all the breast cancer people, all the surgeons, everybody possible knows there's one place to go to find artists. And the second thing about being on this world interactive map is that I would like a few people on the board to check the quality of the work, so that we can say, do you know what, if you get areola tattooing done from this platform, it's of a good standard. And they if you're prepared to wait 8 weeks, then you may not even have to pay the money. What do you think?
Yep.
I don't know if I explained it as well as it was going through my head, but I just thought if they say, because a lot of people are asking me, a lot of the people that I'm speaking to are like, well, what's the message? What are you doing it for? Well, the message, we want to make change within social media, but unfortunately, you get a lot of people in the social media world that are like, but that's never going to happen. So what's the next thing? So the next thing is that we create so much noise that if we can't change it, and I don't believe that for a minute, because I genuinely believe we can, but for the haters or the people that aren't as, well, not the haters, for the people that think it's too hard, then at least we can say we're going to create one place where everybody can go to, that the whole world's going to know about, and then we can be on there. So I'm speaking to someone tomorrow about creating an interactive map. And then I want everybody's details on there who's part of the campaign for sure. And if anybody else who shares or is part of the campaign, they want to be on there too as well, then obviously you can't just add your name in and think, well, that's fine without being part of the campaign. Do you see what I mean? I think. I hope that made sense. So I'm sorting that out now. The changing room, I've been talking a lot about where are we going to get changed, because we can't all turn up outside Facebook and not half put our boobs on, half not put our boobs on. Everyone's trying to flap and everything else and get ourselves organised. We need somewhere to go where we can meet up and get changed and get ready, so that we know we're all inflated, we're all comfortable, we know what we're doing. Now, I know this is just for London, and if anybody's listening to this for New York, don't worry, I'm gonna figure this out in New York as well, or someone will help me figure it out in New York. So this is what I discovered. This is a map. Now I'm going to press play because I was doing this earlier. Now, I don't know if you can see, but where I am here, this is a garden, a park. This is Facebook. This park has a gazebo in it, and it's beautiful. We've only got to walk up that road, go left and up another road, and Facebook is here. So my original protest, I put my boob here because they blocked this off. So my boob was on this road here, but we want to get in that section. We want to get in there. So let me show you again, because I think the park is going to be the best and easiest place, because we can get camera crews to watch us walking up this road. So I'm going to show you again. This is Google Maps for you, Google Earth. See what I've been doing today. And it's quite sheltered, and we've got this great big gazebo thing. So I think, and anybody can say anything they want, but we meet in this park. We walk up this road and we're just at Facebook. It's minutes away. Because the hotels that I've all called, and I've got other people to call for me as well, they want over £500 for an hour and a half, or they're not prepared to be a part of it. A bit like what you said, Fiona, people don't want to be a part of it. And I actually think if we get camera crews going, we're going to look amazing walking down this road, along here, up here and along. And Sophia, if that's trouble for you, darling, you can always meet us there. Will you be all right with that?
I should be fine. I don't know how far. Do you know how far it is? I should be fine.
Honestly, let me tell you, this little road here, because this is where we put the boob.
I'm on my phone. I can't see very well. I might have to go out and get my laptop on. Oh, where are you waving? There. Okay, so we're
where the arrow is. That where my big boob was before, because here, I wave it around is where Facebook head office is, and that was a walkway there. So this road is literally, it's tiny. Yeah,
I'll be fine.
And so we've only got to walk along and down where this park is. It's not far at all. It's like about a 3-minute walk.
I'll be fine. Because I've been training. If I get my boob in time, I'll walk it in the school run just to. No, I won't. I really won't.
I'll tell you what, if it's just before you can.
Progress. I don't want to ruin the surprise. I don't want to give it away, so I won't.
Look, a few days before.
The only thing I am seriously worried about is trip hazards, because if I can't see where my feet are, then I can't feel it. So I'm kind of going to be watching everyone else ahead of me, and it might be like the peloton on the Tour de France this weekend. We might all go down.
So Sophia, what you could do is have it on, and you have it deflated, and then when you get to the bottom of the road, and I can help you. I'm sure I'll be fine. I've done far worse. I ski, so I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. We'll work it out. What is it like? What are they like in the rain? If they get wet, do they go down?
You need a snorkel because they fill up.
No, they don't.
No, they're like they're just like the material is like a waterproof Kaggle material.
Yeah, they're a bit like they're like a spinnaker material on a boat. If nobody sails, then they wouldn't know what a spinnaker felt like, but it's very fine, isn't it?
It's fine, so they're not heavy.
But I'm just thinking, if it got wet and it gets heavy, are they going to inflate? I don't know what they're like, inflate wet, but let's hope it's dry.
Let's hope it's dry. It'll
We
be
just
dry.
have to take massive umbrellas. Have you still got your boob umbrellas?
Oh, do you know, I've only got a few of them, but I can get umbrellas made.
Maybe we should, just in case.
I can do that. I'll have some on standby just in case.
Put them on the shop as well, and I'll buy an umbrella just to have one. It's just that'll be funny on the school run. That.
What, a boob umbrella?
Yeah, I'm up for a boob umbrella on the school run.
I'm quite confident with the 1st of September, and I'll tell you for why. Because it came to me when I was meditating.
Okay, well.
That's how far that day came from.
Yeah.
So, and another reason why I think it's easier to get to be in this park here is because if we're all in a hotel, you cannot fit through the door with that thing on. So I thought, God, we're all going to be inflated trying to fit through a door, and that's comedy right there. So at least then we've only got to walk up here, along here, and up here, and it's really not far. Because when I did the first boob event, if they were going to not let me put it up here, my plan B was to put it in this park.
So are we going to go no handbags or anything? No, we better not bring any handbags. Just keep everything in our pockets.
Well, what I could do, actually, it's a really good question, because I will get somebody to have like a cart of some sort, and they can look after it all. We put all our stuff in it, and they just, like those
We'll
carts.
just trolley it along, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'll do. So let me write that down, because I'll buy
and then
a
we
cart.
can cover it in our boob balloons.
Yeah, okay, so I'll buy a cart. That's a good idea, actually.
Well, either a cart, or if somebody's got
a shopping trolley,
a suitcase even that you can pull on wheels.
Yeah.
I'll just get one of those kiddie carts. Do you know what? I'll get a cart, because at least then, and then I will get someone from my work that will be their job to just make sure it's sealed and they look after it, because we don't want to be walking along with, it's going to be impossible to walk along with handbags, coats and all that jazz. We want to be as, the same.
As nimble as possible.
That's it.
For any swift manoeuvres.
Okay, so too funny. You do need to practice the
we need to be nimble nipples.
We do, and you need to practice putting it on, because there's a part with the boob, and I'm not sure how far up your legs go, Sophia, but there's toggles on the bottom that you have to pull quite tight, because that will stop the air from coming out. If it's not tight, the air will come out the bottom. So
does it have to go round your legs or round your waist or your bum?
Round your legs. Oh,
this should be interesting. Okay.
But at the top, babe, I have it tight round my top.
For each leg, like each. Yeah. Okay, no, that'd be all right. I'm only up to my knees, so I've got my thighs, so that's all right.
Okay, you'll be fine then. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I think it would be quite entertaining for us all to have a Zoom where we all put our boobs on.
I think it will, yeah. Regularly, like on a weekly basis.
What was I going to say?
A bottle of wine.
Yeah, I'm thinking gin on a Friday night with our boobs on.
I mean,
I'm trying
around 20 times.
Excuse me, I'm trying to be professional here. Don't
we are too.
No, I'm easily led. But that would be funny. One thing that I've learned with these boobs, and I'm going to bring a truckload of batteries, brand new batteries, because a couple of times I kept contacting the makers saying the fans aren't good, and it's because I didn't have brand new batteries. The minute I bought a batch of batteries that maybe were a bit old, I'm going to make sure I've got so many batteries with me, because it makes a real difference. So if you're trying it on at home and you've run out of battery, don't think, I just take the battery from my clock, because...
What are they? Are they like AA or something?
They're just AAs, yeah.
Just 2 or how many?
4.
Okay, I'll get a load.
I'll check. I've got boobs everywhere in this house. It's only through there. But don't worry, I'll bring so many of them with me. I so over prepare for everything, and I'm like, now I've got about 5,000 batteries, but hey, I'll get through them. Okay, so the next thing that's so I feel like personally, and anybody can comment, or anybody who's watching this back, if you want to put it in the WhatsApp group, you're not happy with getting changed in the park, it's not getting changed because it's literally just putting the boob over your clothes, then let me know. But I think it's the easiest and it's the best way. After all the research, it's just too much money and hotels aren't interested and we won't be able to fit out the door anyway. So the next thing that's plaguing me slightly, and I want to get organised for it, is the songs and the choir and the singing, because I really, and I'm sure we all agree, we need to sing some noise. But it needs to be really powerful. So I am going to put it out there. I want to start another Zoom for the songwriting, for the choir, for anything else. So I'm asking, is there anybody in this room that wants to be part of the Zoom for organising the singing?
Me. Michelle.
Michelle, I see you there.
I've been just so you know, because I have been working with the other music teacher at school. We've got a bit of a skeleton. I just was waiting, probably we've got a show Thursday and Friday, so what I was hoping to is maybe have a bit of a thing with you Monday or Tuesday of next week, so that we could share how far we've gotten and where we've gotten with it.
Yes.
And then you can decide, you know, and we can tweak it or we can add to it, or we can, I mean, if more people want to be involved, absolutely. I think there's two things here. I think there's the actual song that we can write that is inspirational and powerful and a bit of an anthem, but also then there's a series of other songs, because we don't just have to entertain for one song. I think particularly when you're marching down that the thing you just described there, and I know one of the songs that you've said, and it's really iconic, is that song "This Is Me," that is a choir and a solo song. That is something we can prepare in advance, and anybody who wants to be involved in it can be. You don't have to be a great singer, you just have to have motivation and power and believe in what you're singing. So that's one thing. And I think we could even have a series of different songs or different people who want to perform. Because I think it was Fiona mentioned a few contacts she had. And then, but I think it would be really powerful if we had our own song that really, you know, gave a really positive and inspirational message from all of us women.
Okay.
So, you know, hopefully next Monday or Tuesday, if you wanted to, I mean, if other people also want to be involved, but if I could basically kind of give you a rendition of where we've gotten with it, we should have something ready to share by then, if that's
okay. Perfect. So what I will do is I'll put it out in the WhatsApp group who wants to be a part of the Zoom with regards to the music. Michelle, I don't know, and I just need Michelle. Oh, 1 second. Sorry. I know that you've had a crazy world this week, so I appreciate you being here now, and I just didn't want to put too much pressure on you. So I thought if I sorted the group out, then I can let you know that you're coming in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm there, and the more the merrier. And you know, it's great to have lots of ideas and lots of people who like music or want to be involved. It's fantastic, and if people have contacts or musician friends, or you know, I think it's really good to have a good connect group, if you like, that are interested in the musical side of it. It has been a crazy week, but this is something I really want to be involved in, and things are going to get a little bit easier once I get the radio underway and done. So it is going to get, you know, better.
Okay, amazing. So to summarize the music side of things, we'll start group. Florentina, did you want to say something, my love?
Yeah, about the song. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Do you hear me? Oh.
Yes, darling.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
About the song, have you decided about a song, or we still look for something appropriate? Have we decided? Have we find the song? Because
what we're going to do is we're going to set up a separate Zoom or WhatsApp, and we'll talk about the music and the song, because we're going to try and write one, but also we're going to re-sing some ones that we really love that are really powerful. So we're going to just start setting up a group for that. Would you like me to add you to that group?
Yes, please. because as
Right.
I will try to organize a little group in Constanța about this event as we speak. And I already spoke with some singers, and also they said if I want it and it will be appropriate, they can record it as well. Like they are really proper professional in town, and people, I got really impressed. Everybody I told about this event, like mouth to mouth, everybody wants to get involved. So I'm really positive as well. That will look nice even back home here, even we are far away from you.
Perfect. You can sing the protest from over in Romania. I love it.
The other
Yes.
thing, I don't know, Vicky, this is something that we can think about, and this could be something we could use for publicity as well. We have a recording studio here at school, so we could go in, record, for example, if it was the original track we're talking about. And I've done a little bit, I did a Zoom choir over lockdown, the first lockdown, we were all going out of our minds, where everybody recorded themselves, sent it in to me, and then just like we're looking at the screen now, I had the faces of people singing and I zoomed in on different people if somebody had a solo or different things that were happening. It is something that we could consider doing for a bit of a media campaign, if you like, and it could be something once we do the march and the protest or the whatever, stand up to Facebook, whatever you call it, then this could be even something in the aftermath where that we could plaster all over social media, and it could kind of continue and keep the momentum going. Just an idea.
I thought it would be easy. I thought it would be easy if we can register, as you said, something, and while we're walking around town, we can have it played, because it's quite difficult to walk and sing. So while we walk, we can have like the record song. What do you think about that?
Oh, no, I'm walking and singing.
Are you walking and singing? All right. Okay, so no recording.
But we could have recorded playing as well if ever we want a break. I don't know. I tell you what, we'll have I don't know. I actually don't know. I quite like live music.
Yeah, but we can put in the back like a bit of the music, the tone of music, and then we can sing together with it, so we don't lose the track.
Yeah, okay, we'll make it louder.
Yeah, well, what we'll do is we will discuss the music in the music group, yeah?
Yeah, I think it would be easier if we record something and then we just put it and we sing together.
Okay.
As live as well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, the good thing about having a recording is you can keep on playing it. I'm just looking to Michelle. And I'm looking to Fiona because, and I'm sort of half thinking, and I don't know if you heard this at the beginning, Michelle, choirs like Fiona's choir doesn't want to be a part, they can't be a part of the protest. They could be a part of the celebration, but we don't know if it's going to be a celebration or a campaign. Half of me is thinking of just paying the biggest choir. I have no problem in just having the biggest choir there and actually paying for it. And then they take over for a bit. But this is something I think we need to, whoever wants to be a part of the music, jump in the music Zoom. I will, if you're not in the WhatsApp, I will send me your details and I'll put you in the WhatsApp. But that's what we're going to do. We'll have another meeting solely about the music because I think it's too big to bring the music into this one. Yeah, okay, cool.
I agree.
So I'm going to move on.
And also, may I ask you may I ask you something? Everybody will have this event on the same hour?
No, it's going to be 12 o'clock in London, then 12 o'clock in New York. We're only doing London and New York. But if you wanted to do something 12 o'clock in Romania, then that's cool because it's going to be right in between.
Yeah, I'm 2 hours behind UK.
Perfect, then that will work perfect. We can cut to you.
Sorry. Now it's 10:30 in Romania. So we are ahead 2 hours.
First. You'll be first then. But we can do that. You can warm us up. You can be the starter.
Yeah, I already spoke with media and I think will be quite nice even here. It will be smaller, obvious, than yours, but will be something.
Yes, it'll be fun. We can do that, definitely. Okay. So what I wanted to say next was I have just The lady is called Estelle. She's going to be watching this. She is a massive Instagrammer. She is incredible about creating hashtags and making things go viral. So she is now on board, and we are going to be working together. She's going to be watching this, catching up. So she's going to instruct us on, she's going to create a whole Instagram solely. It's not going to be under Vicky Martin's name. It's going to be under the protest name. And that is going to get promoted. So I'm having a meeting with her this week. So we're going to have our own hashtag, which is going to go viral, and it's going to cover London and New York and Romania. Now, I've got Lisa in the room because Lisa, I don't know if you're available to talk.
Yeah, go on.
When should we start actually giving dates and speaking to the media? Because all I'm scared of is that one of us is going to say something and maybe not say it the correct way with the full impact. I'm not saying you would, but I think we need to really have our message correct before we go to the media. So when are you thinking? 6 weeks, a month before?
I'm thinking 1st of August. When is she going to do the hashtag for? Has she got a date for that?
So I'm having a meeting with her this week, end of this week. So you can be a part of that, or I can record that and let you know about that too, because she's doing the hashtag and the PR promotion on Instagram. You've got Twitter and you've got all of your celebrities as well, haven't you? So
yeah, so I need to mirror what she's doing on Instagram, really, with the hashtagging.
Okay, cool. So can you just follow her?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect. What about, when are we allowed to actually say the details to the media? When would you think?
Right, well, I would get the hashtag running beginning of August, give that a week, and then contact the media. So the media have got 3 weeks. And even then, some of them will say, come back to me a week before.
Okay, cool.
I think 3 weeks.
Does that go into effect? Does it not give it away so that it will tell Facebook what we're doing, or are we not going to give the date?
Facebook can't do anything to us this time, because what we're doing is we're wearing clothes outside their door.
Oh, okay.
They can't do anything to us this
time.
So
it doesn't matter that they know. It's not like a surprise, like ambush.
They know. They know. I actually told them. Because I'm speaking to them now. I told them that we have a campaign.
Okay, yeah.
I said we have a campaign coming, but I would love to turn it into a celebration. They know, but the thing is, it's more we don't want the media to get sick of us before it happens, if you see what I mean.
That's what I'm thinking.
So what I'll say on this then is, because I would have spoken to Estelle, I would be able to speak to you again, Lisa. So in 3 weeks time, we'll have a clear message on what we're doing and when we can start letting everybody know.
Yeah, and I'll speak to you before that anyway about it.
Yeah, cool.
Once you've had your meeting this week.
Perfect. So
and I think, Vicky, also it might be a good idea, going back to what you were saying about making sure we're all using the same message, is maybe someone who knows what they're doing here, if that's Lisa or someone.
Yeah.
Actually, like in my old business, it was a case of, right, you don't say anything, you refer it back to so-and-so and they'll put the words out. Well, in this case, we could still say the words, but maybe somebody gives us the words you want.
We need a script. System. Yeah, we need a script.
Well, we're going to do a press release, and then everyone can have a copy of that, and then everyone is reading from the same thing.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I think it would be nice if everyone can share, even they have the events or not, or they know about it, just to put it on their wallpaper or on their story on the day.
Yeah. Did you do a press release with your last one?
I think we should do a wallpaper, a wall picture.
We'll do that. I'll make sure you've got everything to put up. Sophia, yes, I did do a press release before.
Because you got quite good coverage, didn't you? You were on the news and everything. That's what I remember seeing it. Oh, I know that woman.
And actually, it was crazy how much happened in the last week, 2 weeks. You would think, and then it just like all of a sudden everybody wanted to know. So the whole build up to the first protest. I think I planned it in about a month.
Yeah.
And I just thought, why? And I think the thing with this is we got so much time now, but I still feel like I should have planned the other one more. So let me just move on to the next bit, because
But
Love
then
Island
you'd have got
started.
arrested, Vicky, so that's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I tell you, this is exciting as well. I need to share this. So people who aren't in this industry, who aren't in the industry, might not appreciate this, but I love Anne-Marie from Pamela Blend, and she is an incredible woman, and Pamela Blend have a massive following. And I spoke to her today, and she's going to do an Instagram live with me to promote the campaign. And she's got so many followers, Pamela Blend, but she's also going to buy loads of boobs, loads of stuff, and she's going to do everything she can to help push and promote us. And I just think that's so good, knowing a big company is standing behind us as well. So I just wanted to share that. So that's Friday, this Friday at 9 o'clock. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm not going to be saying specifics. Do you need to go, Michelle? Oh.
I'm making a cup of tea. I'm in the kitchen.
I saw the coat and I thought she needs to go.
No, I just have my coat. I'm a bit chilly, so I've got my coat on.
So that's good to know that we've got Pamela Blend behind us, and that got me thinking today. Any other big company that's listening to this that we can use, not use, but just get the message out, then we can just start talking about it. So I was really pleased about that, and I absolutely adore Anne-Marie. She's the most amazing, beautiful person. Okay, so we're nearly at the end. If we're going to be walking down from the park to Facebook, I think it's going to be an incredible filming opportunity. And I was thinking about it this morning, we need professionals, but we need professionals that we can get cheaply. Now, I know somebody that would do it for me cheaply, who's professional, but we also need footage on phones. So if your partners can come or something like that, then let's just get as much footage as we can of us walking down and getting down there. And Vicky Morgan isn't in the group tonight, but she will listen to this. Her husband is a professional droner. That doesn't mean he moans on all night long. I've got a professional droner I live with. You can't fly anything. Sorry, that was Drainer. Joking, he's not. But we need a professional. We definitely
Cameraman.
need drones. Yeah, but I want drones. I want it from all angles.
Have you got a drone, or do you need more? Do you need another one? Has he said yes to a drone?
Well, I need to now, because I thought, I understand that people have busy lives and they can't be here every time I run the Zoom. So I'm going to check with Vicky, because initially I think she said he would do it, but nothing's been set in stone. So I need to just specifically ask her and say, if he's doing it, then he's doing it, because I'll find another drone person. And I'm not sure, Lisa, did you say you knew someone that does drones?
I do.
Oh,
well,
let's have 2 drones then.
Well, that's what I don't know though. They've got to obviously talk in case they crashed, and they need to recce where they're flying because of like cables and stuff. But I was going to say, I've got contacts who are freelance camera. I mean, the guy that I know, he films for TV and sport, so he runs a massive camera agency. But that's what I was saying to you. Am I all right to talk to him about, because he'd need to get it in his diary for the dates, obviously being freelance. So, but he's not going to go anywhere with it. It will just be a matter of, I can pitch out to him and say, if you're available, could you do it? Could you film it for us? But it wouldn't be to film on behalf of ITV. This would be film that we would own. So he would then just send us the footage.
Yeah. Can you get a cost from him? Can you get a cost from him? Because I'll find out.
He does. He's lovely. So if I speak to him, he loves my mum. So, you know, I might just throw in the whole cancer card and say, listen, what's happening to mum? Can you do me a favour? So he might. I don't know. He's filming Wimbledon at the moment, so it just depends on the sporting diary and stuff like that. But he's got loads of contacts. It's where I used to work, so we'll see. But then the other thing is ITN and people like that. If we've got press crew there, then he won't want to work because he'll know them all. There's lots of ins and outs, but it depends on Lisa as to who she's got contacts with regarding press.
Okay, so I think then maybe forget this guy if it's gonna be that way. I've got a guy. It doesn't have to be like
Doesn't
it
need
has
to be professional.
but it doesn't have to be like newsworthy professional,
Yeah.
because we'll have the news there anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'm thinking then you've got footage that you own that we could then share after the event, all of us, and put like a little short together to go out on Insta, and then we've got that. But it will be worth having someone for us, because the ITN won't share what they do. We'd have to record it. So it'd be worth having.
When I did first boob, I hired a camera crew. And I had the news there, and I couldn't get my hands on the news one, but I had the camera crew, but it did cost me $2,500. And this time I got to bring the cost down a bit. And sometimes it's more about, it doesn't, and the guy that I now know, he's just as, he's, you know, if anything, it wasn't even that professional what I got. So I think just long as, and as long as we get footage on our phones, and it's all that kind of, I think we can chop and get things together as well. I will speak to my guy. He's actually moved to London now, so he's beautiful. He's done loads of filming for me, so I'll ask him. And from what I can remember before, he's like 1/20th of the cost. So I would organise the film guy.
I'll bring my selfie stick, and then we can selfie stick as well, because that would be long enough to get the arm away from the boob. Get an up shot.
You put a selfie stick on top of a selfie stick on top of a selfie stick.
Yeah, and then we get like a group tit shot.
And one other thing that I must say, but we can easily get these nearer the time. If you are going to be recording with your phone, you need, is it a gimbal? They're not expensive. They're these things you put your phone in that they stop you having phone wobble. But I will find, so you know, if you ever do shots like that, it looks smooth, a gimbal or something like that. I always get it round the wrong way. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but
it's called a gimbal. Called a gimbal.
Not heard of that.
A gimbal. It's called a gimbal.
Yeah,
they sell them on Amazon.
They sell them on Amazon. I'm a parrot. So this film producer guy said to me, it's okay for everybody to use their cameras because the quality is so good now, but you've got to use a gimbal. Oh, bloody hell, I've forgotten already. What is it? Gimbal.
I'll pop it.
And change the settings on your camera to 1050 opposed to 750.
Oh
yeah. 1050.
Yeah.
See, Shauna knows. She's in the film world too. What?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to now just see what else we need to talk about. Oh, any further questions? Well, there we go. So I will refresh. What we're going to do is we need to make our minds up on what we're ordering, whether we want a white boob. I'm in the process of trying to get more brown boobs. But if you specifically want a brown boob with a head out, let me know, because I'm in talks with China at the moment. But if you want a white boob, please order them as quick as you can, because I've only got 20 and I need to reorder them. The t-shirts aren't an issue, but like what Shauna said is we've got to get the t-shirts to Canada, because Canada are doing it. Canada are involved, but they're involved in the social media. So Shauna's going to be there just like pushing everything each time we go from like London to Romania to New York. So I think that's what Shauna's doing, but I know she's got to work as well. So please order the stock. The second thing, I've forgotten what it was already. Oh yeah, hold on. The second thing was the world map that I'm going to be organising. So I'm speaking to a lady about that on Wednesday. So I will keep you guys all in the loop on the WhatsApp. So please, if you're not in the WhatsApp, then send your phone number to me and I'll put you in. The changing room, we have agreed that we're going to move to the park instead of a hotel because it's cheaper and it's easier. And I trust the weather's going to be fine. And if it's not fine, you can't die from a little bit of rain. We'll be okay. The songs and the choir, I'm going to organise a Zoom. So I'm going to, again, put it in the WhatsApp group and say, who's interested in being part of the Zoom to organise the songs, to organise writing a song, the choirs, and just anything to do with the music. So we'll have our own separate one. The Instagram hashtag PR promotion and that company to do with all Instagram, I will update you on the movement on that side of things, because I'm going to be having a chat with Estelle about that. Lisa is going to be talking to me so that then she can let us know on dates that we can confirm, that we can start talking about it, and then we will get a press release written, which everybody will then have, so they can all say the same thing or repost it, or, you know, again, that will all come about in 3 weeks' time. So nobody tell media nothing until I sound bossy, but until we confirm that we can. The film crew and camera crew, let's just start looking around. If I'm going to speak to my camera guy to see if he's free and available, because Lisa will have someone with a professional camera, but we just need to get a gimbal, I remembered. And then for people that are in here for New York, I haven't forgotten about you. I know this has been very London based, but I'm going to do the exact same thing as what we're doing here that we do with New York, because I need to figure out with New York where the front door is, where we get changed and everything else. And I know that Julie knows a lot of stuff about it. So if there's anybody listening and they're like, this is very London based, don't worry, I've got New York covered. This is why I've dropped out LA, because my brain really could not take LA on top of New York. So I just thought, right. So any questions or anything anybody wants to say?
Are we going for X Factor?
Yes, we flipping are. We're going to go for Britain's Got Talent, for
That's
real.
The one, not X Factor. Britain's Got Talent. I've got to get that right.
Michelle's going to sing her sweet butt off, and we're going to sing all out of tune behind her.
Yeah, I mean, being truly realistic, it is quite possible. I don't know if you've seen that amazing singer, Nightbird. She sings It's Okay. I'll put it on the WhatsApp group if you haven't seen it. And she shared her story. And I think it's really, without sounding ridiculous, I think this is something that could happen.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely.
There's going to be a legless boob and then a decent story at the front, and it'll be brilliant.
But we will do Britain's Got Talent, and because it would just be so incredible, not only for us to get noticed, but wouldn't it just be so beautiful if we could raise money for charity, and then whatever we wanted.
I was telling one of my ladies today who's breast cancer, I was doing her brows, but she's not ready for the nipples yet. She's got more surgery, but I was telling her all about this, and she just said how it's just always amazing for them when somebody stands up on stage in support of them. I think we need to do it, just to have, somebody who's just been diagnosed, it will just be brilliant for them, and it will encourage people to get checked, to check their boobs. We can do that whole thing.
I've actually had a vision already, because when you put the boobs on and you've got the battery pack inside, and your arms are inside, so you can just flick the button, right? I've had this vision that we all walk on stage with like cloaks on. We take the cloaks off, we flick our buttons, and we all inflate and start singing. That's my vision. What do you think?
Definitely.
It's so funny.
So there you go. It's already gone through my mind. So Michelle, we need to get writing.
Yes. Oh God, that's genius. How long does it take to inflate? Is it like a slow inflate, or are they quite quick?
It's quite a slow inflate, but we could start singing. And by the time you're halfway through the song, we'll be inflated.
And then as we walk off, are we going to deflate and have a noise in the background, like a...
No, it just you end up, as it deflates, it looks a little bit like MC Hammer trousers at the bottom. So you do a bit of Can't Touch This on the way out. So that would be entertaining for you, Sophia.
Oh, I love it already. I'm in.
Okay, brilliant. Right, so I will type this up. Oh my God, I've got all official. I will put the notes in the WhatsApp.
Are we?
No, you're not, we are.
I mean, you are.
I will put everything in the WhatsApp, and I will keep you guys all informed. You understand that. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, then just let me know. Thank you, Shauna, for being here. I know that it's
Hi, Vicky.
Yes,
Sorry,
darling.
I'm new to the
No,
group.
don't be sorry.
Fiona invited me along tonight. I don't actually do areola tattooing, but I do permanent makeup. I normally join the Wednesday 8:30 session that you do, sort of like on a Wednesday. So I just wanted to check that it was all right for me to, support you, because Fiona said, would I like to come along and support? So, and obviously I do see quite a few people, support people with cancer and groups and that. But obviously just with normal permanent makeup, I haven't done the areola. So I just wanted to check with you that that's, you're okay for joining and support.
Do you know what,
as well.
Sherry? That's beautiful that you asked, but I would have a bricklayer in this room.
But that's another story.
Anybody that wants to support the cause and believes in what we're saying is welcome. So you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to have gone through breast cancer. Just as long as you want to support is gorgeous as far as I'm concerned. So thank you for your time, and I really appreciate you being here. So get as many people as you can, because the more of us, the more we have a voice, the more chance we are to make change. So thank you for being here, and thank you for inviting her, Fiona. And same goes for anybody listening. It's funny, each week we have different crowds of people. It's quite nice, like different bunches of people. So, right. Well, if there's any more questions, I'm off to watch Love Island.
It's just starting.
I can't wait.
I know. How sad.
There better be an Irish person on it. That's all I'll say. Have we any? Because I've been waiting, trying to find out, but they haven't leaked anything. I can't find any information anywhere. So tonight we'll tell.
Do you know, I want an old person on there.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like my age, someone that's just not 20 with the.
You're not old.
I want them to bring I want them to bring a mature person on there. There you go.
Vicky, that's a whole different show.
Yeah. I know, but it'd certainly be more entertaining than those perfect bodies, but I'm still going to watch it. Okay, well, thank you all for being here. I will I will record this. I'll cut out some little bits at the end, possibly. And I will, and the next meeting is going to be, let me check now, so you can put it in your diaries, because we just do it every 3 weeks on a Monday, because we'll have more on the media side. So today is the 28th. Let me just check. Monday, the 19th of July is going to be the next one at 8 o'clock. I put it in my diary.
Okay.
Be in Scotland, but I'll be here.
Vicky, I'll be filming that day with someone in my studio, so I unfortunately won't be able to make that one.
Will you be happy with just watching the catch-up, Shauna?
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Oh, bless you. Because we actually, Shauna, as well, I think I'm going to hold another Zoom for more stateside as well, so that might be at a different time, which might be easier for you as well.
No worries. I just wanted you to know that I won't be able to make the 19th, just to prior commitments.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
we'll work it all out.
We will. Me and Tanya and I are supposed to be still in our course, so we'll be bunking off that night as well.
Oops.
Vicky, what's the best contact for you? Because I've got my friend's written this ditty or song, but I'm not sure. It's more about checking boobs and being a breast cancer aware that she sent through. But she's going to join the other Zoom, she said. But if I send this over to you, is it best to send it to you on Instagram or email or
WhatsApp me?
WhatsApp you? Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you got me on WhatsApp?
Possibly. I don't know. Are you in the group?
You know you're in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if the next best way to message me is through my Facebook, but don't do it. I'm not so good on my business page, which is terrible.
Right.
Even though that's so my have you got my private, Vicky Martin? I've got Unstoppable above my head.
I couldn't find that because you said that before and I couldn't find it.
Okay, so the next best place is my Instagram.
Yeah,
which
where
is
I got
Vicky,
it before, isn't it?
Yeah, Vicky Martin VMM is my main Instagram. I've got 2 Instagrams. I've got loads of accounts through being blocked and shut down. So my main Instagram is Vicky Martin VMM.
Right.
And then my main Facebook is Vicky Martin, and I've got my profile picture is just me on a plane. It's just my face, and then if you look at I've got like a green unstoppable above my head. But Instagram's a pretty good way of getting me. Do you know, I just seem to scroll through checking all of my social medias like on a regular basis.
There the other day, didn't I, with Cherie's number and stuff. So
you did. Where did you contact me today? What was that on?
That was on Instagram, I think.
Yeah, perfect. Stay with that then. I know. I'm just like message. Okay. Any more questions? Beautiful. Right. I will refresh all of this in the group and we will talk again. Lisa, do you need to talk to me afterwards at all, or are you okay?
Just for a couple of minutes, as I know you're dying to get onto Love Island.
It's all right, it's recording. I'm not that dying. It's recording. It's fine. I'll be okay.
I'll stay on for a few minutes.
Okay, cool. Michelle, I'll be in contact. Thank you, everybody.
See you, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Vicky.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.